Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of our BOGO week. If there is one combination of oils that I pray every year doTERRA does for BOGO week, this is it. OnGuard and Breathe. OnGuard and Breathe are two absolute must-have oils, especially in the cold flu season, winter time when the house is all closed up. And let me tell you why and how we use these in our home. First of all, OnGuard is your immune support blend. We all know our immune system is the first line of defense when a threat comes, and especially with what is going on in this world, we really, really need to keep our immune system strong. So, OnGuard is your first line of defense. Breathe is the respiratory blend, great for anything respiratory, sinus, cough, the bigger things like bronchitis, bronchial infections, whatnot. Breathe oil is actually my introduction to essential oils. For whatever reason, I was sick most of my adult life, constant respiratory infections, multiple sinus infections every year, raising 6 children in homeschooling while I was so sick so much of the time. This is before I knew about essential oils. After I had had pneumonia a fourth time, and when I would have it, I'd be down from 3 weeks to 6 months. I mean, it was awful. A friend of mine had half a bottle of Breathe and said, "Here, Diana, why don't you buy this?" So I bought it. It sat on my dresser until I got pneumonia for a fifth time. Now, I didn't know anything about essential oils. So I'm looking at this bottle and I didn't want to get back on the antibiotics because they made me feel awful. I'm allergic to almost all of them anyway. So I literally just put it on my chest, had my husband put it on my back, and I just sat there breathing it. I must have looked ridiculous, but that's all I knew. I'm not going to go into the detail, but my recovery was astonishing to me. That's what launched me into understanding what is in this little bottle and why did it work so well. So now how we use these oils, I mean, I know they work. They are truly amazing. Um, Breathe, we diffuse. We diffuse that, especially when the house is all closed up. If anybody has any kind of a cough, put it on topically, put it on their back, put it on the bottoms of your feet, believe it or not, because it gets into your body, and then just breathe it in. So diffuse the breathe. On guard, I use all 3 ways. This one is topical and diffusing. You would not use this one internally, but on guard, you can. So I diffuse this, and I like to diffuse them together when the house is closed up, especially if there's a threat going on. This smells amazing. It's very spicy, cinnamony. I love the smell, but you can use this by diffusing. You can put it on topically. If you have a sore throat, just kind of rub it on your throat. You can gargle, put this in some water, gargle and swallow. Let that kind of get the germs down in your throat. And I'll even put this in a blend with other oils, and it's my natural antibiotic. So, because like I said, I'm allergic to most of them, this stuff is gold. So, these two oils together retail for $75, but you can get both of them today for $34 plus your tax. That is just an incredible deal for the power and potency of these blends. These are two of the most popular blends that doTERRA has. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you do this. One of my biggest concerns is, first of all, I think we're heading into a man-made crisis with all that's been going on, and we're losing so many of our medical people, our first responders because of mandates. What's going to happen, what I foresee, is that people are going to need help and they're not going to be able to get it the way they need it. Another thing, my husband sells medical equipment to hospitals and surgery centers. He's getting these calls, and a lot of the product is back ordered or they don't have it. And maybe some of it's sitting in the Pacific Ocean. I don't know. But the reality is, we're entering into a time where you have to be proactive. You have to be ready. You have to be armed. You've got to be ready to combat any threat that comes your way without being dependent on the medical system. I'm not saying the medical system's bad. I'm grateful for our doctors, and my heart hurts over what's happening. But when I have an issue come up, I'm ready. When we had the shutdown back in March of last year and then into April, where everything was locked down, I had an abscess. And that's bad, especially up in your head by your brain. I called the dentist thinking he'd want to drain it. And he's like, "You can't come in. No, no, we're not going to do that." He said, "Best thing I can do is call in an antibiotic." Well, I can't take most of them. So I treated myself. I had my oil that I knew that I gargled with it. I swished it around. I used a blend of oils that was a natural antibiotic, very, very proactive. And I took care of the abscess in my mouth without medical care. That's what I'm talking about. You have to be ready. If you feel like you're not ready, you need more information, I teach classes. So please come to a class or just give me a call and I'll be happy to talk to you because this is serious. You need to be ready. So that was my little platform. Thank you for listening to that. Today's BOGO, both of these oils together, $34 plus your tax. Locals, I will be bulk ordering. So let me know soon. I was worried that these things are going to sell out because they're so popular. So let me know how you need help. If you're new, if you don't have an account and you want to jump on board, you can jump on board with the BOGOs and start your journey with getting some great deals. So let me know how I can help and support you. And I wish you health. And until tomorrow, have a great day.